Welcome, everyone. We're back for another virtual class, or I guess a video. Is that the same thing as virtual? Probably. All right, so I hope you're all doing well, and I hope everyone in your orbit is feeling good and feeling healthy. It's not easy, but we're going to get through this, and I look forward to teaching you again in person at my various locations. So, close the eyes, please. Take a big breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. And do that again. One more time. And if you don't have blocks or a strap or a blanket, so go ahead and go grab those right now. I'm just going to sit right here, or you can actually pause the video and go grab those items. And then come back, find your comfortable seat, sit up nice and tall, reach your heart up towards the ceiling, but not so much that you're arching your back. You don't want to be arching your back. You want to be sitting up tall, but yet the chest, the heart center, which we call this center part of your chest in yoga, is coming forward and up on a diagonal. And then the shoulders are just softening or releasing towards the earth, instead of up towards the ears. So stay here, breathe. Let's do a little bit of a breathing exercise. I have found this to be really, really helpful during periods of stress, periods of anxiety, right, with the homeschooling and just the general not being able to see our family, our friends. It's rough. And so I found that a little bit of breathing really does help. So I've incorporated that more into my daily being. And I've definitely noticed a difference. So sit up tall, please. Picture your breath as a beautiful, warm, glowing, golden light. Sort of translucent, golden, almost like when the sun is setting. Right? Like yellowish, beautiful gold. And you're inhaling and exhaling through the nose. When you inhale, you can visualize that golden ball of light, that beautiful ray of sunshine coming in through the nose, down the throat, all the way down the body to the tailbone. And then on your exhale, visualize it coming back up and out of the nose. We're going to do that. We're going to inhale to a count of 4. We're going to hold for 2. We're going to exhale to a count of 4. Hold that exhale, that emptiness for 2. And we'll do, 5 or 6 rounds of that. So when you're ready, take a big breath in and a big breath out, and then we'll start. All right, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Last one. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2. Breathe normal. Drop the head towards the chin, towards the chest. Breathing normally. Draw the right ear towards the right shoulder. Take your left hand, come high on the fingertips. Walk that hand out, lengthening that side of the neck. Bring that hand back to the knee, chin back to center, left ear to left shoulder. Sit up tall, and then right hand comes out, and walk the hand out, which intensifies the stretch. Bring that hand back to center, back to your knee, chin to center, and just move the head around in any way that feels organic and good to you, whatever way feels right. Making sure you're breathing. And then just come to center. Open the eyes. The chin is parallel to the mat. Hands come out to the side. Let's take some twists here. Inhale the arms up. Reach the fingertips up. Take an exhale, twist. Whoopsie, I'm going left to the right. Sit up nice and tall, please. Gazing over that back shoulder or towards that back shoulder, sitting up tall. The back hand is propping you up. All right, so you see I'm not leaning back. I don't know if you can notice this. All right, I'm not leaning back. I'm sitting up. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. Again, sitting up tall. That back hand should be close to your seat, close to your body, not leaning back. We're going to do one more on each side. So inhale through center and exhale to the right. Rotate the ribs around. Visualize that left side of the ribs twisting. So this twist comes from the upper body, upper and mid body, not the shoulders. And last one, other side, inhale up and exhale, twist. Keep twisting. I'm just looking for my hair clip. And then inhale, arms back up. And then exhale, the hands down. Good. Inhale, the right arm up, please. Exhale, lean over to the left. Keep that right sit bone tacked down and soften this top shoulder away from the ear. Walk the left hands out, or you can drop maybe onto the forearm. Feel it in the side body all the way down to the hip. And then come back up. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, walk the right hand out. Lean over. Making sure you're breathing into whatever places you're feeling the stretch. Mindfully and purposefully, send some breath there. Being aware of what you're feeling, being okay with what you're feeling. And then inhale, rise up. Okay, good. Bring the hands behind your back and interlace your fingers like this. Okay, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together and reach the heart up towards the ceiling. Bring the knuckles down towards the mat. And then on your exhale, you're going to hinge forward. So a bound, seated, forward fold, hinging forward, reaching the heart forward, keeping the spine long. Once you've gone to your place where you're not going to fold anymore, you can drop the head and round into this forward fold. Arms can come up or they can stay back. And then pull the knuckles up, or back, I should say, and sit back up. Great. Bring the hands to the knees, please. Let's take some hip rolls. So inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, come over the right knee, then forward, and then inhale, back up. So it's half a circle is your exhale, half a circle is your inhale. Okay, so you can do them small like this, right? Or you can do them deeper like I'm doing. I'm getting low. That gets more into my lower back, so that feels good to me. Whatever way feels good to you. We're going to take one more circle around this way, come to the top, and then we're going to switch it. So go the opposite direction. taking what you need from these practices, taking what you need from your yoga practice. Okay, just because the teacher is calling out certain postures and asanas that he or she wants the class to practice, feels like it's that type of a day, or, you know, we tend to read the room. You know, we may come into class with one idea of what we want to do, and then let's take the last circle. You know, we get the vibe from the class, and we have to switch it around at the last second. But that might not work for you, so you do what works. All right, sitting up tall. Now we're going to come on to hands and knees. So if you have a blanket and you'd like to pad your knees, go ahead. Tabletop, please. Spread the fingers wide, middle finger pointing towards the top of the mat, and you want the knees directly under the hips and the wrists directly underneath the shoulders. So we're going to take some traditional cat-cows. Inhale, curl the toes, belly dips down, reach your tailbone towards the back of the room. Lift your heart up and squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then on your next exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, round the spine up, tops of the feet can come into the mat. Inhale, gazing forward. And exhale, rounding. Try and do one breath. Inhale, one breath, one movement, if you can. And exhale, round. Again, inhale. Just warming up the spine here. Exhale. Okay, one more. Feels really good. Inhale. And exhale. All right, let's come into child's pose. So bring the tops of the feet on the mat, big toes touch, spread your knees as wide as the mat, and sink your seat back down onto your heels. Walk your chest forward, so nice long spine, drop the forehead down. If this bothers your knees in any way, come up off of the seat, curl the toes in, and just do this instead. This is what I'm going to do. I'm having some left knee problems, so I don't want to exacerbate it. All right. Make little tents with your fingers. Come up high on the fingertips. Take an inhale. Gaze forward. On your exhale, walk your hands to the right on a diagonal and then drop the head. So you're feeling a side stretch now, hopefully on the left side body. And then inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, come through center. You're going to walk to the other side. Now you should feel the stretch on the right side body. Shoulders are active. And come back to center, please. Back to tabletop. Bring that right foot back, curl the toes, reach that heel back. This right hip wants to pop up, so drop it down towards the mat. Gaze forward and reach the heel back. So reach the heart space forward and the heel back. I'm just going to grab some padding for my knee. You know, some days it doesn't bother me as much and some days it does. That's the way it goes. All right, so raise that back leg. We're going to move it over to the left, drop it down, and gaze over that left shoulder. Breathing into what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. Allowing yourself to be present in the moment. Focusing on the breath. And then gaze forward again. Bring the foot back. Keep it lifted. We're going to take a balance now. Reach the opposite arm forward. Reach the fingertips forward. Reach the heel back. Notice my toe is not pointed. It's pointing towards the floor, so it's flexed. And I'm reaching my heel to the back of the room. If you would like to bend that back knee, reach around and grab the top of the foot, you can. You do not have to. Just an added piece of the puzzle, an added step if you would like to go a little further. And then drop the hand, drop the knee. Let's take a cat-cow here. Curl the toes in, belly down, gaze forward. Exhale, round the spine up towards the ceiling. And then come back to a neutral spine. Little reset. All right, left foot comes back. Remember that hip drops down. It wants to kind of pop up. Drop it down, reach the heel back. Feel that in the calf. Gaze forward. Maybe you're gazing forward, you're reaching your heart forward so much that you feel a stretch across the front of the body. Now we're going to pick the back leg up. We're going to move it over to the right, drop it down, gaze over that right leg, the right shoulder, and keep reaching that heel back. And then gaze comes forward, back foot returns to center, keep it lifted. We're going to find our balance. So find something to stare at in front of you on the floor. Don't look directly between your hands because it's harder to balance when you're looking down. And again, if you want to bend that knee, grab the top of the foot, you can do that. Keep reaching out through that back heel if the foot's not bent. And then release what you have, drop it down. All right, come into plank pose, please. Top of a push-up here. Right foot comes back, left foot comes back. Gazing forward. So you'll notice my hips, they're in line with my shoulders, right? They're not up high, and they're not down low. They're about in line with my shoulders. Press yourself back to downward facing dog. Press the mat away. Drop the head, drop the chest. And start to jog out the feet. If you're wearing socks and you feel like you're slipping, it's a good time to take off those socks. But if you don't feel like you're slipping, then you can leave them on. So you're reaching the chest back towards the legs, lengthening in the spine. And then stop the pumping of the legs, reach the chest back, gaze forward, float back into plank. And then drop the right knee and the left knee, and we're back in tabletop. All right, so bring that right leg back again, please. We're going to come into gate pose. Take your left hand, move it over to the right so it's underneath your face. Middle finger points towards the front of the mat. Spin that back heel completely down. The big toes pointing slightly forward, and you're pressing into the pinky side of that foot. So the entire foot is on the mat. You're going to lift the right arm up. And you see how my top wrist is completely in line with my bottom wrist, right? My hand's not here or over here. Gazing up at that top hand. Keep pressing into that back foot like your kickstand. Now for a little bit of challenge, take your gaze and bring it to the side of the room. You're going to lift the the back leg, sorry. And then the top arm reaches for the front of the room. So keep reaching out through that heel. Okay, the toe is not pointed, the foot is flexed. Find something to look at that's not moving. And again, for a little extra challenge, if you want to bend that leg, you can reach around and grab the top of the foot. If you like, you do not have to do that. And then 3, 2, 1, and release. Come back to tabletop. Let's come into downward facing dog. First, we find plank. When we're steady in our plank, we pull the belly in and lift the hips, press it back, downward facing dog. Most people have to sort of walk their toes up maybe an inch or so to feel really comfortable in their dog. So if that's what you have to do, that's okay. And then float back into plank. Left knee down, right knee down. We're back in tabletop. I'm just going to switch my body around so you'll be able to see me, and we're going to come into gate pose on this side. So we're bringing our left leg back, please. Reach that heel back. You're taking your right hand, moving it to the left. Spread those fingers wide with the middle finger pointing towards the top of the mat. Then you're going to spin that back foot down, completely down. Lift the left hand. Reach it up towards the ceiling. Gaze up. So you want that wrist on top of the shoulder. You don't want that wrist back. Press into that back foot. Now turn the gaze slowly to the side of the room. We're going to lift the back leg, keep that foot flexed. So you're reaching out through that heel, and then the top arm reaches for the front of the room. If you would like to take the option of bending the knee, reaching, grabbing the top of the foot, go ahead. Otherwise, you're going to continue reaching and balancing in whatever way fits your practice today. For 3, and 2, and 1. Drop the hand, drop the knee. Let's meet in downward facing dog again, please. I'm going to turn myself around. Plank pose. Reach the heart forward, the heels back, and then lift the hips. Press the mat away. You'll see my body. I'm in like a upside down V, and my chest, my back is nice and long. Drop the head. Shake it no. Shake it yes. And then we're going to gaze forward. We're going to walk to the front of the mat. However many steps it takes you to get there is fine. Just fold over and hang. You can grab opposite elbows if you like. It's okay if there's a bend in the knees. And then bend the knees really deeply and then slowly roll up. And you should be at the top or close to the top of your mat. All right, we're going to take some sun breaths. So when you are ready, find your mountain pose, your Tadasana. Stand up nice and tall, pull the belly in. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, dive and fold forward. Inhale, gaze forward, press into those shins. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, rise up. Palms touch, gaze up. And exhale, hands back around. Let's do that again. Inhale, round and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Gaze forward, lengthen that spine. And then exhale, fold over. Inhale, arms come out, head lifts. Rise up, palms touch. And then exhale the hands back to heart center. All right, bring your hands to your waist, please. Step back with the right foot and come into a warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. So that's about a leg's distance. You want to make sure that your feet are on railroad tracks, not on a tightrope or a balance beam. The back foot is pointed mostly forward, probably 50% forward. Hands on the hips, turn the hips forward, big bend in this front leg, and press into that back leg. Keep this back thigh active. Inhale the arms up. Palms can touch. They don't have to. It really depends on how tight the shoulders are. All right, bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, roll the shoulders back, open the heart up towards the ceiling. And then release that, arms reach up again. Bring the hands to heart center and then to the waist. Pivot on this back foot so you're now in a lunge. And then inhale the arms up again. Reach out through that back heel, so try to keep that back leg straight. On your next exhale, you're going to drop the hands down to the mat. You're going to keep that right hand down, left arm peels open. Take the twist. If you'd like to come down onto the knee, you can. And then we're going to drop that left hand down. You're going to pop this back foot to the front of the mat and fold over. Let yourself hang, layer the belly over the thighs, reach the top of the head, that flat part of the head, towards the mat. And then take an inhale, press into your shins, and gaze forward. And then exhale, fold over again. Inhale, rise up, palms touch. Exhale, hands back around to your heart center. All right, we're going to step back with the left foot this time. Okay, same alignment cues. Bring the hands on the hips. Turn those hips forward. Nice big bend in this front leg. And inhale the arms up. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. It's very grounding poses. You want to really be pressing into the mat. Feel like you're being pulled down into the mat. as you're being lifted up at the same time from your upper body. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, open the heart up. Maybe bend a little deeper in that front leg. And then reach the fingers up again. Bring the hands to heart center, hands to the waist, and we're going to pivot on this back foot. Now you're in a lunge position. Inhale the arms up. Keep reaching out through that back foot. Exhale the hands down. You're going to keep the left hand down, right arm peels open. Again, feel free to drop onto that back knee if you like. Your choice. Keep rotating the torso open as the hips stay low. And exhale that hand down. You're going to pop this back foot to the front. Fold over. Heel toe the feet a little closer together if they're kind of far apart. Inhale, hands to the shins. Gaze forward. Exhale, fold over. And then inhale, rise up. Palms touch, gaze up. Exhale your hands back to heart center. Now we're going to do Warrior Two series. So we're going to bring the hands to the waist. You're going to step back with that right foot. Find Warrior Two. So this is a bigger step than Warrior One. And this is a more open pose. So the hips and the chest are open to the side of the room versus Warrior One where we're kind of closed forward. So it's a lot less constricted than Warrior One. Alignment wise, you want to be heel to heel or heel to arch in the feet. The back foot is parallel to the back of the mat, but the big toes pointed very slightly forward. And then a big bend in this front knee. You don't want this knee coming across the ankle. That's no good. So either on top of or behind. Reach the arms forward and back. Gaze over that front middle finger. Warrior Two, strong pose. That front knee moves to the left a little bit. Soften the toes. And then let's take a reverse warrior. The top hand comes up and back. Back hand goes back. Come back to Warrior Two, and let's go right into our side angle. So take any variation that feels good to you. You can bring the forearm on the thigh, or you can bring the hand down in front of that leg. Open that chest up. And rise back up. Straighten that front leg. Bring your hands to your waist. We're coming into triangle. This is too wide. Step up a little bit. Okay, you want to close that triangle a little bit. So for this, you definitely want heel to heel alignment. And the back foot, make sure that it's pointed slightly forward because you want the rotation of this back thigh. So reach forward. This front hip is going to draw in. As you reach forward, come down and grab what's there. Peel open. You can gaze up at the top hand, or you can gaze to the side of the room. I don't recommend looking down. That can throw your balance off. But if you're feeling it, go for it. Especially if you're having any neck discomfort. Another option is to tuck the chin a little bit into the neck. Tuck the chin into the throat, and that helps any neck strain. All right, so bring that top hand down to the waist. Rise back up. And then step back to the front of the mat. We're going to do the other side. We're going to step back with the left foot this time. Nice big step. Set up your feet. Take a couple breaths here to really set yourself up. It's important to have a good foundation, and the feet are the foundation of the standing poses. Everything is open to the side wall. You're feeling nice and open in the collarbone. Fingers reach for the front and back of the room. Gaze over that front middle finger. And that front knee is moving slightly to the right. And you'll know you got it when you start to feel it in the inner thigh. Let's take our reverse warrior. The back hand comes down the back leg. Top arm reaches up. Notice I haven't done anything with my lower body. That stays the same. Come back to Warrior Two. And then side angle. Find your side angle pose. What I'm doing right now is sort of a modified side angle. You can bring the hand down. And then rise up. We're going to straighten that front leg. So bring the hands to the waist. Most of you will probably need a step up. Okay, most of you. Some of you might not. So you be the judge, but you don't want to definitely come. This is too wide for triangle. It's just too wide. You want to come up a little bit. All right, arms reach for the front and back of the room. Right hip draws in. Come on down and then peel open. Don't be afraid to readjust yourself once you've come down in your triangle. Maybe you went down a little too far. Come up a little bit. Maybe you want to go down a little further. The postures are ever evolving. The more you practice, the more you will hopefully start to be in tune, more in tune with your body and honor it, without guilt. Right? We always have a lot of guilt about things, which is just dumb. It's just yoga. All right, bring that top hand to the waist. Rise up. Now turn the right toes towards the front of your room or the side of your room, depending on where you are. So as long as you're still facing me. So turn your body so you're facing me. Both feet are facing forward, but the toes are slightly pigeon-toed. So big toes are slightly inward, heels are slightly outward. We're going to take a wide-legged forward fold. So a good guideline is if you bring your arms out like this, the ankles should be about underneath the wrists. Okay, you can always adjust once you fold over. This is a good place to start, just so there's a little alignment. Bring the hands to your waist, roll the shoulders back, draw the elbows towards each other. Lift the heart up, and then exhale, fold forward, long spine, flat, 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 reach the tailbone back, heart forward. Eventually, you're going to drop the hands down, drop the head to wherever it goes, and stay and fold. So the weight here is in the front part of the foot, so tip forward if you're leaning back. You're not going to fall over because your hands are there. Walk your fingers back so they're in line with the toes. And the elbows, I'm going to go like this. The elbows are bending back, not out to the side. So hopefully you're feeling this, the back of the leg. I feel a little bit on the side of my feet. Pinky toe side, I'm stretching the ankle ligaments. So wherever you're at, you're going to gaze forward, come up on the fingertips. Walk the hands a little bit forward so they're under your face now. Keep that right hand down and peel that left arm open, take a twist. And then left hand comes down. We're going to go right into the other side. Take that twist. And then release the hand down. One more time, fold over. Maybe you want to grab the ankles. Bring the hands to the waist. Lift the head. Squeeze those thighs towards each other. Rise up, flat spine. And then heel toe the feet together. And then step up to the front of the mat. All right. So let's take a balance pose now. Good place for a balance. So let's do tree, right? It's pretty classic. So we're going to balance on that right foot. Find something in front of you that's not moving. So if you're staring at me on your iPad or computer or phone, look above and past me, okay? Bend the left knee, bring it out to the side. When you're ready, I'm sure you know tree, you're going to bring that foot to the ankle, to the calf, or the upper thigh, but not the knee. The knee is a no-no. Okay, and every day is different. So maybe you're finding this not so challenging. Maybe try to lift the leg up higher. Maybe it's really challenging. Sit with it. Stay with it. Try to work it through. And then inhale the arms up. All right, so on the inhale, lift the fingertips up. Exhale, big circle around. Hands back up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, circle around, back up. Last one, inhale up, exhale, circle around, back up. Well done. Bring those hands back together, heart center, to the waist, knee comes forward, and then drop it down. All right, check it out. It's a lot on the standing leg. Yes, it is. So we're going to do the other side. You know where we're going now. So find your drishti, come to your tree, wherever that is for you. Remember, do not bring the foot on the knee. It's where everyone wants to go because it's sort of not too high, not too low, but it's no good. Hands to the heart center. Standing up tall, and then lift the arms up. I'm practicing without expectation, right? There's no expectation as to how we're going to do today on our mat. Oh, I'm going to do really well at yoga today. There's no expectation. You're there to practice, and you're there to honor your body, and you're there to be kind to your body and support it. All right, so inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, big circle around and back up. Inhale, exhale, and back up. Last one, inhale, exhale, and back up. Well done. Bring the hands back to heart center, to the waist, knee comes forward and up, and drop it down. All right, spread the feet a little bit, I don't know, maybe 1.5 feet apart. And let's just do some hip circles here, kind of like hula hoops. I always find this feels good after a balance pose. And then just go the other way. All right, bring your feet back together. Not necessarily together, but bring them back into mountain pose. So they're about 2 fist lengths apart, give or take. If you were to bend over, your 2 fists would fit nicely in between your feet. All right, so we're gonna inhale the arms up. Grab the right wrist with the left hand. If you can see me, I'm doing this. Inhale, reach up, exhale, bump the hips to the right and lean to the left. So I'm making like a little C, a C with your body. Anchor those feet down. You can keep a baby bend, a micro bend in the knees. You don't want to lock them out. And then pull the belly in and come back to center. Switch the wrists. Inhale up. Exhale, lean. Bump those hips over to the left. Really reach out. Breathing. And then release, hands back to heart center. Okay, spread the feet a little bit wider. Arms come out to the side here. All right, Garudasana, which is eagle. So first we start with the arms. So you're going to cross the arms over your body, right elbow on top of left, and then give yourself a big hug. So reach the hands behind you, not on the shoulders, right? Behind you, as far back as they go. And then just lift the shoulders. Keep a bend in the legs. Okay, so you should be feeling this. This is good enough. If you would like to stay here, you're getting a beautiful stretch in the shoulders. This is a great place. If you want to go a little further and come into full eagle arms, you're going to just open up, backs of hands to backs of hands or palm to palm. But in either case, you're lifting the elbows up. Okay, what I don't want is this, right? Like this tight grip on the hands. Keep everything nice and open. So the second piece, you're going to bend the knees. So we have right elbow over left. Now we're going to do left knee over right. So bend deeply so that that foot is touching the mat. That's it. We're not even going to balance. And if this is too much, just do the ankle. Right? You can do the ankle and then bend a little bit. Okay, release the legs and then release the arms. Big, swim them up. Exhale, fold over, right into a sun breath. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. palms touch. And then exhale the hands back to heart center. Let's do the other side. Arms out. Right, sometimes we call this a universal hug. Left over right. Walk those hands back. Remember I said here, not on the shoulders. And then lift the elbows up. Okay, keep a loose bend in the knees. Now if you'd like to come into your full eagle arms, whatever that is for you, you can go ahead and do that. Backs of hands to backs of hands, or you can bring them around. Okay, and every side is different. So this is going to be bigger on the left shoulder than on the right shoulder. So bend the knees. Now we're going right knee over left. Again, you can also take the option of ankle. You just want to cross the lower body in a different way than the upper body. Okay, that's the idea. And then lift the elbows up. Notice if you're clenching your teeth or holding your breath, right? Trying to be mindful of these little things that we do. We don't even realize it. And then you're going to unwind the legs, unwind the arms, reach them up. Go right into a sun breath, fold over. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, rise up, palms touch. Exhale the hands back to heart center. Okay, why don't we come and sit down? Legs extended in front of you. I'm gonna go this way. Okay, and sit up tall. You see how my back is nice and straight? If it's kind of like this, or if it feels hard to sit like this, I mean, it should feel challenging, but if it feels really, really hard, take a blanket. A block is too high. Take a blanket, sit on the blanket, and then shimmy yourself so you're almost off of the blanket. And that tilts the pelvis so that it's easier to sit. If you don't have a blanket, you can roll up your mat a couple of times. So, toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Reach forward, grab the toes maybe. Maybe not. If you have a strap, this is a good time for the strap. You know what else works well? I'm going to go out of frame for a second. I recently found these old Pilates. I don't even know what they're called. But they're, stretchies. If you don't have a strap, you can use that too. Okay, that works too. Or you don't need a strap. But if you have something, put it around the balls of the feet. Bring the elbows towards you. Sit up tall. Just stay here and breathe. Close the eyes for a minute, and your focus is on reaching the chest up and forward. Reaching the heels out and the toes towards the nose. And then you're going to open the eyes, bring the strap together, walk yourself down the strap. So nice long spine. If you don't need the strap, that's fine. Reach for the toes, reach for the ankles, make a contact with something, and pull yourself forward. Notice how my back is still long. It's not rounded. Once I've reached the spot where my body says, no, I cannot fold anymore, then you can round into it. Then you can drop the head and let it go. Couple of breaths here. And then come on up. Very nice. Bend that right knee up, please. Right knee bends up. Really hug it in. Grab the ankle and move the leg from side to side. If you can rock the baby, which is bringing the foot into the crux of the elbow, you can rock the baby. Otherwise, you're just going to hold on to it and rock the baby this way. Okay, this is meant to be felt sort of in that outer hip. Feels good. Stress has a way of sort of settling into places in your body that you aren't aware of. For me, I am aware of it, but it's my hips, my back, my upper back. I've been paying my children $5 to give me massages. Their little fingers poking just the right spots. We do what we can, right? We do what we have to do. So then we're going to come into Janu Shirshasana. So you're going to bring that foot down on the inside of the front leg. Now you see how I'm facing you, I'm facing the camera? That's not the right alignment. You want to bring your hands behind you, pull that bent knee back, and sit on an angle, okay? If you find that this knee is sitting up high, you could put a blanket or a block under it to help prop it up, okay? So we're gonna inhale up, we're gonna exhale, face the leg, and then fold forward. So feel free to use the strap, that's fine. Just make sure that both of your hands are grabbing the same spot. That straightens the shoulders together, keeps them in alignment. You don't wanna have one hand too far in front of the other because you'll see my shoulders are not in line, right? This keeps them in line. And it's all about keeping you safe while you're practicing yoga, especially at home, right? Without a teacher there to say, oh, no, you're gonna hurt yourself. So that's why I'm big on alignment. I really am. I think it gets you into the right positions to get the most out of the poses. All right, so keep your left hand on whatever part of your leg it's on. If you have the strap, keep your left hand on both sides of the strap. You're gonna open up that right hand and take a beautiful open twist. Really rotate the chest open, rotate the right ribs back. And then release, fold one more time forward. And then sit up, bring that knee up. We're going to cross it over cross the ankle over the knee of the opposite leg. So now the right ankle is across the left knee. We're going to take a twist. So options include keeping this left leg straight, or you can bend that left leg and be like this. I'm going to be like this. You get the same exact twist. For some people, this is not comfortable, so then you keep the leg straight. Either way is fine. You want that ankle in line with the knee and the foot completely on the mat. Bring your right hand behind you, sit up nice and tall, take that left arm, bring the elbow across and twist, or you can just hug that knee in and twist. Pull the belly in, every inhale get longer, and every exhale, twist. Breathing in kindness and love, and breathing out any worries or stress or tension, right? Just let it go just for the time you're on your mat. That's it. You can have all your stress back after yoga, right? Just do your best to kind of let it go, leave it at the door. So we're going to release this twist. We're going to bring our forearms down the opposite side. You're going to let that hip lift and drop the head. So even if the leg is straight, it's the same thing. It's a little counter stretch. And then come and sit up, straighten both legs. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, fold again. And then come and sit up. Bend that left knee up. We're going to rock the baby on this side, so you're going to grab the bottom of the foot or the ankle, and you're going to rock it. Keep the foot flexed, protects the knee. You're going to rock it side to side, or if you can bring it into the crux of the elbow, and then you're going to do that. You're going to feel it kind of on the outside of that hip. All right, bring that foot down on the inside of that thigh. Make your adjustment. Okay, I need to use a blanket under here because my knee bothers me, and I'm not going to bend it so much. So my foot is going to be closer to my knee than my groin on this side because that's what this knee needs. Okay, so being aware of what your body needs and doing it will keep you, I don't want to say injury-free because I have injuries, but it will keep you less injured, let's say. Bet more in the game. Inhale, exhale, twist, and fold. Right? You can practice yoga. It's really one of the, and if there's something that I'm not thinking of, please text me and tell me, but I think it's one of the only activities, one of the only disciplines that you can practice injured. You can modify any single pose in any single way and still get yourself a nice practice, even with whatever injury you may be having, you know, within reason, obviously. But I've practiced with a bad knee. I've practiced with broken toes. I've practiced with broken fingers. I practiced with a sore back and had to modify a lot. And I'm sure you have a lot of stories as well. And now we're going to keep the right hand on the foot or the ankle. You're going to open that left hand up. Take a nice open twist here. And release it, fold one more time. And then come and sit up. The left knee comes up. We're going to take our twist. So bring that ankle across the right knee. You can keep this right leg straight, or you can bend it like I'm doing. Either way is fine, but make sure the ankle and the toes, the foot is in line with the knee. Bring the left hand behind you, pull the belly in. Inhale, bring that right elbow across, or hug the knee in. Breathing into whatever you're feeling. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we go deeper. Or we find a little bit of ease in all the effort. Now we're going to unwind from this. We're going to bring our forearms down on the opposite side. Drop the head. Little counter stretch. This is one of my faves. And then come and sit up. And come and lie down. So lying down on your back, and do a couple more poses, and then we'll come into a little brief Shavasana. So lie down on your back, please. Bend at the knees. We're going to do a bridge pose. So if you have blocks and you want to come onto a block, this is the perfect opportunity for that. I'm actually going to come onto a block. My knee is bothering me. So tuck the chin down towards your chest, okay? Notch the chin in. That's the most important part. Once you lift your hips up, don't move your head around, okay? It's really important. So inhale, lift the hips, shimmy the shoulders underneath your back, interlace your fingers, and this is where you're going to stay for your bridge pose. If you want to come on a block, you're going to take that block on any height, low height, medium height, or if you got it, top height, and you're going to stay that way. So you're getting all the benefits of bridge in a supported fashion. So I apologize, my knee is actually really bothering me, so don't do what I'm doing. Do what I say, not what I do, right? So breathing into this back bend. It's a heart opener. Just get 2 more breaths here. And then if you're on the block, you're going to lift the hips, move the block. Otherwise, you're going to unshimmy those shoulders and then drop the hips back down. Walk your feet out so the pinky toes are kissing the edges of the mat, and then bring the knees together. Knees in, ankles out. That releases the back a little bit, and then hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze, rock side to side. All right, keep the right knee pulled in. Drop that left foot down onto the mat. And really squeeze that knee in. And then drop this right knee out to the side. Not on the floor. Well, actually, yeah, maybe drop it on the floor. I'm going to keep mine in the air and kind of pull down. So you're just opening up the groin. And then bring the knee back to center. Hug it in. We're going to take a twist here. You're going to take your left hand, bring it on the outside of that knee. Right arm comes out to the side. Draw that knee down. It may or may not touch the floor. That's fine. But you want to make sure that right shoulder stays glued to the mat. If it's coming up and you're getting such a good stretch that you want to stay like that, but the shoulder's lifted, look at my shoulder. Take a blanket, roll it to whatever height you need, put it so that your shoulder is supported. Okay? Then you can get the stretch and be supported. That's why I always say to have these props with you, because it's not good to have the body kind of hanging out. Like if you look at me, my shoulder's up. I'm never going to open further if my body is spending all this time keeping my shoulder up and hoping that it doesn't snap, right? You got to be supported. So use a blanket, use a prop so that you can get the stretch you want. You can get in the position you want while also allowing your body the freedom to settle in. And come back to center, please. Hug the right knee in again. Left knee comes in to meet it. And then drop that right foot down. Right leg down, completely straight on the mat. Really squeeze that left knee. Now we're going to drop that knee out to the side for a little groin stretch. And then bring the knee back to center. Right hand on the outside of the knee. Left arm comes out to the side. Knee down twist. You may or may not touch the mat. That's fine. Long as you're getting the stretch that you want, you're feeling it in the side body, and that left shoulder is supported. That's the main thing. Now breathe into those places. You're feeling the stretch. Maybe take a moment of gratitude for your body for allowing you to get into this position to begin with. Right? Taking a moment to appreciate you and what you needed to do to be able to get on your mat, to carve out the time for yourself, to do this video in the midst of everything else that you have going on. That's no small feat. And we tend to take it for granted, and we don't tend to give ourselves praise when we do something for ourselves. And it's really important because it's a big deal. Right? You carved out time for yourself, and that's a big deal. So come back to center. Squeeze the left knee in. Right knee comes and meets it. One last thing before Shavasana. Everybody's favorite, lever pose. Lift both legs up to the ceiling. Flex those feet. So you're making like an L with your body. Okay, it's okay if your legs are not straight. They could be bent, that's fine. But reach the heels up. All right, we're gonna do 10 of these lever poses. I'm gonna show you what they are in case you don't know. You're just dropping the legs down to hover and then pulling them back up. If that seems impossible to you, you can just do one leg at a time. Okay, that's half, and that's one. So you do 5 on each side if you're doing one leg, because we're doing 10. So when you're done, hug the knees in. I'm only at 3. If this bothers your lower back, you can look at the screen. You can bring your hands underneath the small of your back, which does take the pressure off. Okay, so if it's bothering your low back in any way, you can do that. This is really good for the core. Whenever you're at 10, I don't know, I wasn't counting for myself. I think this is 7. 8. 9. And 10. Hug the knees in. Say a sigh. Rock a little from side to side. And then gently straighten out the legs. We're going to come into a brief Shavasana. Maybe you take that blanket, cover your midsection, right? Or you can cover your entire body. Whatever feels good. Let's listen to the soothing sounds of the dog barking. Close your eyes, please. Move your head from side to side until it finds a comfortable resting place. Take a big breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. And then settle into your mat. Feel the points of contact with the mat. Feel the back of the head making contact with the mat. Allow it to feel supported and safe. Feel the shoulder blades. Feel the sit bones. Maybe the calves, the ankles, the heels for sure. elbows, backs of hands. Allow them to just melt into the mat. Whatever thoughts swirl around during your Shavasana, just allow them the courtesy of entering and then the courtesy of leaving. No need to manipulate your breath or your brain. So I'm going to be silent for about 30 seconds. So slowly deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe take the blanket off of your body and move it over to the side. And when you're ready, hug one knee into your chest and then the other. Any order. Rock a little from side to side. And then slowly just roll onto your right side in like a little fetal position and turn your head so your forehead is pressed against the mat. And take your left hand, press into the mat, press yourself up to sit. Trying to keep your eyes closed as best as you can. Come back to that comfortable seated position we started at. Feel free to sit on a block or a blanket. Just taking a moment here to take a body scan, observing and noticing, again, without judgment or expectation, just how you're feeling after your yoga practice. Okay, there's no expectation that you're feeling more relaxed or feeling better. There's no judgment if you're not. It's really just about being a passive observer in your own life and in your own practice. Okay, being mindful of what's going on without harsh words or judgment. So just noticing how you're feeling right now. Hopefully it's good. Inhaling the hands together at heart center and bowing your chin towards your chest. I want to thank you for turning on this video, allowing me into your home, and mostly for you continuing your yoga practice on your own at home. It's not easy. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Namaste. Thank you.